Next, I'm going to be debadging the whole thing. Removing all those emblems. There's another two on the other side, on the back, right there. As I mentioned before, I don't want any chrome on this vehicle. It's going to be wrapped. The other thing I might be doing in this video, or maybe in the next video, is going to be refinishing those pillar plastic covers. I know there's more than one way of doing it. I've seen some people use heat guns to bring back that dark black finish. It's not going to last long, and you have to redo it again and again. I want like a permanent fix, so I'm just going to take them off, sand them down, and paint them special plastic paint, and that's going to make it last way longer. Next big thing is going to be changing the tires. I did place an order for the tires. They should be here any day now. But before changing that, we have to lift the front end without the use of a lift kit. I'm going to explain how. I think most people know that the Hummer H3 in specific came slanted forward, slightly lower in the front. We're going to bring this up between 1 to 2 inches. That's it. Then we're going to leave this alone until the day we actually decide to start cutting the roof. So we're gonna do some preparations on the interior. We're gonna gut the whole interior, do the roll cage first, because obviously this vehicle was not made to be a pickup truck or without a roof. So we don't want any twisting in the body. We're not gonna be doing any cutting before we do the roll cage. Make sure everything is stiff and steady. Nothing's gonna be moving around. So yeah, let me just knock this out and finish up this video. Okay, so I did remove all the emblems, as you can see. I used a heat gun, makes the job much easier. How to lift the front end on a Hummer H3 without a lift kit. It's a few simple steps, so I'm just gonna go straight into it and tell you exactly what you need to do. First step is gonna be lifting up the front end. Front tires have to be off the ground. So let's do this real quick, and I'll tell you what to do next. Now, I do want to mention that this might work for other vehicles other than the Hummer H3. I have no idea, honestly. You have to do your own research, but I do know for a fact this is a very cool trick. If you want to gain some lift on the front end of a Hummer without like messing with shocks and springs, can gain up to like 2.5 inches of lift on the front end. Actually, you can gain more, but it's not recommended. Obviously, with any kind of like lift or suspension work on any vehicle, an alignment after your work is highly recommended. For me, in my case, I'm gonna hold off on that, on the alignment, for a little bit until I actually get the tires, change the tires. So this way I'm only gonna have to do an alignment once. Before we actually lift up the Hummer, we gotta do some measurements. But before we even do the measurements, first step would be checking out the PSI, the air pressure in both tires. Make sure they're both exactly the same. Here's what we need to do. We're gonna take 3 measurements on each side, from the edge of the fender opening to the edge of the tire. Second measurement is gonna be from the edge of the fender to the letter H, which is the center of the center cap. And third one is gonna be again from the edge of the fender all the way to the ground. On both sides, according to my measurements, we're gonna do between 1 to 1.5 inches in the front. Get the tires off the ground, and I'll show you what to do next. We're gonna come to where the front door is, almost in the middle between the 2 doors. You're gonna go under the vehicle and look for a bolt that goes through the tension bar, which is right there. You should be able to see it. This is the bolt you're looking for. There should be another one on the other side. We're gonna turn this clockwise, but before we do that, we need to mark where it was, this position. So with every full turn clockwise that is, you're gonna gain around half an inch of lift in the front. Keep that in mind. So for a full inch you need to do 2 full turns. Let me show you my marks. Here we go. So I did a mark here on the bolt itself and the metal. I did the same thing on the other side. So now all I have to do is like do a couple of full turns. That should give me like a full inch of lift in the front. Alright, so I did gain a full inch both sides. I don't know if you can tell the difference. Hold on, let me try this. I don't know if the camera can catch this. I can't step back this because the Jeep is parked right behind me, but we're almost the same. There's a 1 inch difference in height between the rear and the front. I actually like that. So after I get the tires, I'm gonna try to install them in front, and if I don't have any like rubbing issues in the front, I'm just gonna leave it as is. But if we have any issues, like any rubbing issues in the front, I am gonna add like a little bit more lift, maybe half an inch. So we should be good for now, and hopefully this helped somebody out there. That's it for now. It's like I told you, it's gonna be a quick video. So I'll see you guys in the next video. Hopefully I'll have the tires by then, so we can finish off the upgrades for now and then move on to the big deal, which is chopping off the roof. And I'll see you guys in the next one.